Please stand for the arrival of His Excellency, the Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, Sir Rodney Williams.
With your permission, sir, His Excellency Sir Rodney Williams, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, Honorable E.P. Chet Green, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Barbuda Affairs, members of Diplomatic Corps, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar, good evening. My name is Mukesh Kaushik. I'm from High Commission of India. It's a privilege for me to welcome you all to this evening's reception to honor visiting Indian Minister, Honorable Shri Pavitra Margarita, Minister of State for External Affairs and Textiles from Government of India. Before we start, I would like to say some introduction of Honorable Minister from India. So he comes from eastern state of Assam. He has done his higher studies in textile technology. He started his political career not very long ago, 10 years ago. He has held many important political positions. He was elected to the upper house of Indian Parliament, and he joined as Minister of State for External Affairs and Textiles in 2022. He is immensely contributing and has contributed to the growth and development of art and culture. He has an artistic background. He has been editor of Assamese language monthly news magazines Maya and Saregama for a long time. He has produced short films, documentaries, apart from production of more than 100 Assamese language songs in folk and contemporary genre. So it's an honor, sir, to welcome you on your first visit to Antigua and Barbuda. So I would start with requesting our Honorable High Commissioner of India, Dr. Amit Talang, to please render his welcome remarks. Please, sir.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, my colleague, Mr. Mukesh Kaushik. Namaskar. Good evening to all of you. It's a pleasure and honor for me to welcome you on behalf of Honorable Minister Shri Pabitra Margarita, Minister of State for External Affairs and Textiles, and on behalf of the High Commission as well as the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, Georgetown, Guyana. As my colleague has explained, the High Commission of India in Guyana is also concurrently accredited to Antigua and Barbuda, and it is my pleasure and honor today to stand here as the High Commissioner accredited to Antigua and Barbuda to welcome you to this interaction on the occasion of the visit of Honorable Minister for State for External Affairs, Shri Pabitra Margarita. His Excellency Sir Rodney Williams, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, Honorable Minister E.P. Chet Green, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Antigua and Barbuda, distinguished guests, our dear friends from the diplomatic corps, and most importantly, members of the Indian community, Indian diaspora, and all our friends in Antigua and Barbuda. A very warm welcome to all of you. I would like to mention that this morning we have had very fruitful interactions with Honorable Foreign Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, and His Excellency the Governor General, and something which was repeated and reiterated in all these meetings was the kind of warm relations that our two countries share. And I feel it is my proud privilege to continue what we have achieved over the last around 40 years since the diplomatic relations, the formal diplomatic relations were established between our two countries in April 1982. We were among the first few countries to establish diplomatic relations after independence of Antigua and Barbuda. Since that, we have enjoyed really warm and cordial relations. Antigua and Barbuda happens to be one of our most trusted partners, and we are very happy that this relationship has witnessed an upswing in recent years with visits from Antigua and Barbuda to India, and we are looking forward to more such important visits to come in the coming months and years. With these words, I would now like to request Honorable Foreign Minister E.P. Chet Green to address us and share his thoughts on the relations that our two countries share. May I request Honorable Minister to share his thoughts with us.
Thank you, Excellency. His Excellency Sir Rodney Williams, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, Madam President of the Senate, colleague Minister Charles Max Henry Fernandez, Honorable Shri Pabitra Margarita, Minister of State for External Affairs and Textile, the Government of India, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with honor and respect that I extend warmest greetings to you, Excellency, on this your first ever visit to Antigua and Barbuda. This year marks 42 years of diplomatic relations between our two countries. In the ensuing period, we've also developed very strong friendships and alliance that will be a benefit for the citizens of our respective countries, I dare say, for generations to come. Over the years, we've experienced great bilateral relations based on our shared Commonwealth heritage, trade, and people-to-people links, not to mention our passion for cricket, even though our passion seems to be in an inverted fashion at the moment, where you seem to have the better of the exchanges. But such is sport. It's a seesaw, a cyclical arrangement, and I'm sure we'll continue to have friendly relations with the rebirth of West Indies cricket. I think it's also apropos that I recognize in our audience tonight the fearsome Sir Curtly Ambrose. Who is he? If you stand there and recognize him. I also wish to commend the effective leadership, diplomatic leadership of His Excellency, the High Commissioner to Antigua and Barbuda, and of course to Vijay Tiwari, our Honorary Consul here to Antigua and Barbuda, who together continue to build a very strong and deep relation between our two countries, not to mention the strength of the bonds of friendship. The government is very deeply appreciative of the support provided for the hosting of the SIDS conference and look forward, Your Excellency, to continued collaboration in our efforts to implement the Antigua-Barbuda Agenda for SIDS, the ABAS. We cast our minds back to May of this year, when Antigua-Barbuda would have hosted the 4th International SIDS Conference. And for those who do not know, I'll announce tonight that it would not have been possible without the very kind and generous support of the government and people of India. As a sovereign republic, India has demonstrated a very strong commitment to social and economic development of its citizens and would have made significant progress as a world leader in the promotion and practice of successive and successful democratic values and economic development. I take this opportunity, therefore, to express our sincere appreciation for promoting the interest not only in Antigua and Barbuda, but certainly the rest of the Caribbean during your presidency of the G20 group under the theme, One Earth, One Family, One Future. The leadership provided by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the G20 group was transformational in setting a framework for the reshaping of the global order. And this, we believe, we will see continuing to grow and expand in years to come. India's contribution and support to Antigua and Barbuda is testimony to your country's commitment towards the embracing and supporting of developing countries in the areas of technology, education, and the environment. As Minister of State within the Ministry of External Affairs and Textiles, and the experience you bring to the job, your leadership is pivotal as India navigates the complexities of a rapidly changing world. Your efforts to date in strengthening bilateral ties, enhanced multilateral engagements, and advocating for sustainable development are all instrumental in positioning India as a key player in the international diplomacy. India's hosting of the Global Textiles Sustainability Summit under the central theme, Make India Sustainable Textile Hub, signals a bright future for textiles production in your country. As we gather here this evening, we recognize the importance of dialogue and collaboration in addressing the challenges that confront us. I'm confident that India will continue to champion the values of inclusivity, mutual respect, and shared progress. We thank you for choosing Antigua and Barbuda, Excellency, as part of your Caribbean tour, and look forward to continued cooperation towards mutual beneficial programs and projects for Antigua and Barbuda. Our engagements early today have all left me very satisfied that your support for Antigua and Barbuda is indeed a reflection of the deep and abiding relations we have built since we would have inked the agreement some 40 years ago. I wish on behalf of Prime Minister Gaston Brown, who is unavoidably absent tonight, to welcome you to our shores, recommit Antigua and Barbuda's support to India, and the continued building of our friendship and our relations. For the Antiguans in the audience, I should announce, with your permission, Excellency, a myriad of programs that we have agreed to during bilaterals today. And so with those programs, I see greater development taking place in Antigua and Barbuda, a deepening and strengthening of the bonds of friendship, and certainly Antigua and Barbuda will have much more than cricket in common. The effective, I want to say in closing that the government of Antigua and Barbuda is really delighted to have you here with us. and wish that you would spend some more time in Antigua than already planned, if only to enjoy our beaches, our warmth, and on this occasion, I would speak on behalf of the Indian diaspora. They too would want to see you here a bit longer. So again, please accept our hospitalities or gestures of kindness and friendship, and we work towards maintaining the relations between Antigua, Barbuda, and India. Long live India-Antigua Barbuda relations.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. That was quite enriching. Now, I would like to request Honorable Minister from India, Shri Pavitra Margarita, to grace us with his vision. Thank you, sir.
His Excellency, Sir Rodney Williams, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, Honorable Madam President of Senate, Honorable EP Chet Graney, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Barbuda Affairs, Honorable Minister Charles Fernandez, Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Transport and Investment, Honorable Members of Senate, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste, very good evening. I'm delighted to be with all of you and bring you warm greetings from the government and the people of India. This is my first visit to the beautiful island of Antigua, and I am deeply moved by your warm welcome and affection. I was told about the welcoming Caribbean culture, not only the scenic beaches or serene landscapes, but the genuine warmth with which you welcome guests visiting your beautiful islands. I was warned that there is a risk of falling in love with these islands, which make you visit them more often. I'm sure that I'll have to come again. And thanks to my Prime Minister Modi ji and Foreign Minister Jaishankar ji that they have given me the responsibility to serve here in the Latin American and Caribbean countries. So this area is my responsibility to serve, to communicate, to come, to learn the culture of you. So thanks from this August forum to them. So I want to confess that this is one risk I would be delighted to take, as it epitomizes the deep friendship and values that our two countries share. It would not be an exaggeration to say that we share blood relations. As you know, people from India came to the region to work on the sugar plantations during the British colonial rule. And the people of Indian and African origin made these islands their home, creating a unique blend of Caribbean culture. This is a symbol of unity in diversity, as we witness the influence in the cuisine, music, and many other areas that shows how the region has become a melting pot of different cultures and civilizations. It would be remiss for me not to mention yet another element that connects us, our shared love, or rather obsession, with cricket. I'm sure we all can spend our entire evening discussing cricket in this CPL season. But let me reiterate that legendary cricketers like Sirs Andy Roberts, Vivian Richards, Richie Richardson, and Courtney Walsh are also our beloved and revered cricketers, as they are in Antigua and Barbuda. Sir Viv Richards, who is not only a national hero in Antigua and Barbuda, but also one of the most admired cricketers, stars in our country also. On the related note, I'm a big fan of Sir Courtney Walsh, and I have my own fanboy moment today, as I'm told that he's here amidst us. Huh? Yes, sir. So I must say one thing. During the days of my school and college days, I used to see cricket matches in a small black and white TV at my residence, and it was like a paradox situation, kind of situation to me, because I'm a fan of Bill Richards and Courtney Walsh, but again I have to support my motherland India. So it's a very confusing state of mind during those days, whom to support. So I expect sixes from Bill Richards, but again the same time my man says no, he should be out. So same as, and whenever Courtney Walsh takes the ball and his figure 5-4-1, this actually, if he plays against any other country like that figure 5-4-1 based in one cricket record, right sir? It's 5-4-1. So it's always very good for me. So my country also see the record. Giving 1 run, he had taken 5 wickets. But when he plays against India, and when the figure comes 5-4-1, the base of Courtney Walsh in one-day cricket, that disturbed me a lot. So anyway, I'm really lucky, though. Apart from being minister of my country, I'm a cricket fan and fan of Courtney Walsh, and I can't express with my words how happy I am to see Mr. Walsh here, of whom I'm a fan since my childhood, since my days of school and college. Thank you for gracing this occasion, Sir Courtney Walsh. But going beyond sun and sand, our love for cricket, one of the most important link that connects us in our diaspora and the community. You all are the real pillars and indispensable partners in building our bilateral relations. I'm told that Indian doctors and nurses came to Antigua in the early 60s and 70s and continued to be remembered and respected for their contribution. It is heartening to see that this rich tradition continues as I see many successful doctors of Indian origin based here in Antigua. They are not only providing medical services but also cementing the people-to-people ties between our two great nations. Similarly, we have teachers, IT experts, and Indian professionals from many other fields who have been strong pillars of our bilateral relationship. I'm delighted to know that we have significant number of participants from Antigua and Barbuda who participated in various programs, including the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, we call it ITEC, the scholarship offered by various institutions, including the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, it is ICCR, and various diaspora-centric initiatives such as the Know India program for the young members of the diaspora. I would like to encourage our friends from Antigua and members of Indian diaspora to participate in these initiatives. The Government of India, through the High Commission of India, has been closely working with the Government of Antigua and Barbuda. We partnered with Antigua and Barbuda during the successful organization of the 4th SEEDS conference held in May 2024. Once again, congratulations to Excellencies for organizing so successfully this SEEDS conference. We collaborate at bilateral and multilateral levels in various organizations and under different frameworks such as CARICOM, United Nations, Commonwealth, and the Voice of Global Initiative, Voice of Global South Initiative, launched during India's G20 presidency. We greatly appreciate the valuable support received from the Government of Antigua and Barbuda during elections to various multilateral organizations, as well as participation from the leadership of Antigua and Barbuda in the Voice of Global South initiative. I would like to underline that there is enormous untapped potential for cooperation in areas like capacity building, infrastructure, transport, healthcare, irrigation, solar energy, agriculture, aquaculture, fisheries, micro, small, and medium enterprises, education, IT, and of course, artificial intelligence, as mentioned by Honorable Foreign Minister during our conversation this morning. During the unprecedented global health crisis brought by COVID-19 pandemic, India was able to support Antigua and Barbuda in its fight against the pandemic by supplying vaccines, along with assisting Antigua and Barbuda in upgrading its critical healthcare infrastructure. I would like to emphasize that India is committed to work closely with all our partners in the global south, and it will be our endeavor to provide cost-effective solutions, including generic medicines and medical equipment to our partners to provide economical and effective healthcare. I would like to encourage the government of Antigua and Barbuda to explore this possibility as part of the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jana Aushadhi Pariyojana, that is generic medicines initiative, one of the flagship initiatives of Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, let me underline the undisputed salience of people-to-people links in strengthening our bilateral relations by easing the visa procedures and facilitating mobility partnerships. We intend to make travel between our two countries and remove the procedural hurdles. I look forward to working closely with the government of Antigua and Barbuda towards this end, providing further impetus to tourism, trade, and people-to-people partnership. I'm confident that the cordial and friendly relations between the people of India and the people of Antigua and Barbuda will continue to blossom. Namaskar, thanks, long live Antigua Bermuda, long live India. Thank you. Andy Roberts, sir, he's here? Oh, thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. Another legend, another living legend, not only the field of cricket. For India, there's another star. Thanks for gracing the occasion. The Excellencies, the Governor General, all the diplomatic corps, ministers, senators, Madam President Senate, and my diaspora friends, and the superstars of cricket. Thank you. Thanks to all from my core, my heart. Thanks for gracing the occasion. Very, very good evening.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. It's an honor for me now to invite His Excellency Sir Rodney Williams, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, to kindly grace us with his feature address.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. If I were to go through the protocol to sort of greet everybody tonight, I think it would take a long time. And then I may forget someone. So I just want to say a hearty good evening to everyone, but more so to our special guest, His Excellency Sri Pabitra Margarita and his team. Your Excellency, it is my great pleasure to once again say a warm word of welcome to you and your esteemed delegation on behalf of the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. I am certainly delighted to be here this evening as we celebrate the enduring and growing relationship between our two countries. Antigua and Barbuda and the Republic of India have enjoyed a long-standing and cordial relationship since 1981. So it means that you were one of the first countries to establish diplomatic relations with Antigua, because that was the year when we became independent from Britain. Our shared Commonwealth heritage, mutual respect, and our love of cricket, as you have shown tonight, have strengthened our bonds over the years. We are particularly grateful for the many ways in which India has extended its hand in friendship to our small island state, providing invaluable support in areas such as health, education, and capacity building. Your visit comes at a time when our bilateral ties are expanding into new and exciting areas. from health cooperation in traditional medicine to development initiatives supported by India's Quick Impact projects. We are especially grateful for India's generosity during the COVID-19 pandemic through the donations of medical supplies, personal and protective equipment, and vaccines, which significantly bolstered our response efforts at the time. On a personal note, I am pleased to mention that Lady Williams and I have been invited to India in late November to participate in an international conference. And we think that this prestigious event will be an excellent opportunity to engage in other leaders from across the globe. This evening is not only a celebration of the strong ties between our nations, but also an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to further deepening our cooperation across a range of sectors, inclusive of trade, education, and agriculture. We look forward to exploring new avenues for partnership with a collaboration that will benefit the people of both our countries. I would like to take this opportunity to personally thank you for visiting us here in Antigua and Barbuda, and I trust that your time here will be both productive and enjoyable. And I want to say that it is our hope that the relationship going forward into the future will be one of shared prosperity and mutual respect that will benefit the people of both our countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency. So rich gathering, and now is the time to bring on stage our friend, longtime friend, Mr. Vijay Tiwani, who is a very, very known figure here. Mr. Vijay Tiwani, would you please?
Thank you, Mr. Kaushik. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the conclusion of this evening's program, I would like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for making this reception truly memorable. First and foremost, I extend my deepest thanks to His Excellency, Sir Rodney Williams, for gracing us with his presence tonight. And we have a Madam President and Honorable E.P. Chet Green, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and we do have ambassadors, the diplomatic corps, and our council colleagues. Thank you for being here. Most importantly, we deeply grateful for our minister, the Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Textile, His Excellency Mr. Pavitra Margarita, for his visit to our beautiful twin island, nation of Antigua and Barbuda. We look forward to many more collaborations, continue goodwill. To the members of the diplomatic corps, we already have the distinguished dignitaries, and of course the vibrant Indian diaspora present here tonight. Your attendance is deeply appreciated. We also thank the media for your presence and coverage, ensuring that this event reaches broader audience. And our special thanks to Sir Courtney Walsh and Sir Andy Roberts, our legends, the cricketers, as the Honorable Minister says, after India, we support West Indies. So, and finally, a big thank you to the management and the staff of Sandals Gandhi Resort for their excellent arrangements, and your hard work has made this evening smooth and successful. We are truly grateful for your efforts. With that hope, everyone has enjoyed the evening and refreshments are there in the company. Thank you all for once again, and have a wonderful night. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming.